We're going to get straight to it because I know why you're here. You're here because you're ready to take action, stop procrastinating, and finally make some real progress towards your goals. Let's get started. First, I want to address the elephant in the room. We all have days where we just don't feel like doing anything. Days where the thought of getting out of bed seems like it'll take all the energy we have. Do you ever wake up feeling unmotivated? Like you know what to do, but just can't get yourself to start? You're not alone. Millions struggle with this every day. But here's the truth. Motivation isn't magic, it's science. And today, I'll share the #1 secret to staying motivated every single day, backed by psychology and proven strategies that actually work. One of the biggest misconceptions about motivation is that it's something we find, some elusive feeling that we have to chase down. But what if motivation isn't something we find at all, but rather something we create? The key, according to experts, is to trigger your brain's reward system. See, our brains love rewards. In fact, science shows that when we achieve a goal, no matter how small, our brains release a chemical called dopamine. Dopamine is often referred to as the feel-good or motivation hormone because it plays a crucial role in driving us to take action. But here's the catch. Dopamine doesn't care if the goal we achieve is meaningful or mindless. It just wants a reward. And here's where things get interesting. By understanding how dopamine works, we can hack our brains into staying motivated, even when we don't feel like it. You see, dopamine is triggered by anticipation, not just completion. That means if we can create a sense of reward in the journey, we can stay motivated without relying on fleeting feelings of inspiration. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever experienced this? You start a task with high hopes, but then something unexpected pops up, and suddenly you're working on someone else's project or worse, scrolling through social media. Before you know it, the day is almost over and your original task is still pending. You feel guilty, frustrated, and maybe even a little bit scared because now you have to start the whole thing over again tomorrow. If you've been there, don't worry. You're not alone. In fact, this is a story that millions of people can relate to. Because guess what? We've all been there before. But here's the good news. With a few simple changes, you can rewire your brain to crave action instead of dreading it. In his book, The Power of Habit, Charles Duhigg explains how habits are formed by cues, routines, and rewards. He also tells us that the best way to change a habit is to keep the same cue and reward, but to change the routine. So here's how you can apply this to your life. Ask yourself, what do you want to accomplish? Whether it's starting a business, getting fit, or simply being more productive. Then break it down into smaller tasks that you can complete in less than 5 minutes. Finally, reward yourself when you finish each task, no matter how small. Here's an example. Let's say you want to start a business. You can break it down into smaller tasks like researching business names, creating a logo, or setting up a website. And when you finish each task, reward yourself with something small like watching an episode of your favorite show or treating yourself to a nice dinner. So remember, motivation isn't the feeling you have to rely on. It's the action that you take. And by understanding how your brain works, you can create a system that keeps you moving forward no matter what. If you liked this video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching.